Welcome, everybody, to the first annual nomination episode of the Another Goddamn Horror Podcast, Danzig's Awards.
The Danzig Awards.
The Danzig
2022 AGHP Danzig Awards.
The Danzigs.
If we ever do an award show about things we don't like, we have to call them the Glens.
No, it's what's his name?
The Robs.
Yeah.
No, what's the next singer for what's his name?
The Onlys.
Oh, the Graves.
The Graves.
Oh, God.
The Michael Graves.
The Graves.
Yeah.
The Michael Graves. Yeah, exactly.
That is the Razzies of the Danzig Awards.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Michael Graves.
I love it.
I wrote a Hard Times article that said somehow Danzig not the most ridiculous singer.
Right.
We do love us some Danzig over here.
We love us some Danzig. Yeah, this is exciting. This is the nomination show for our fucking first annual Danzig Awards show. First of all, coming at the end of the year.
I want to give a big shout out to Graham. Graham has done a lot of work on this. We have all put this together. Graham has really done the heavy lifting on this, and we've reached out. And we have we've talked to some cool people and done some cool things. And so this is going to be really a very exciting episode. Today we're just going to give the nominations out there, and so we can hope that y'all fight about it. And
super excited.
And so, tell us what you think. I mean, we're not going to listen. But because
if you comment, I'll read them.
We'll read the comments.
We already figured out our winners. You're gonna have to listen to those nominations.
No, that's not true. We have to send these to Glenn.
Yeah,
and he just points.
He's gonna have to sign off on them all.
Okay, we're not really involved in Glenn Danzig in this. We're just using his name. You know what I mean? I don't want to do anything
in honor.
No,
That's true.
We're paying an homage. This is an homage.
This is the word Danzig. The word Danzig to us is like the word Smurf to Smurfs. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Well, without further ado, let's start with our opening category.
I feel like there should be music or
exactly.
All right,
be like
quieting down.
Quieting down. And our opening category is the nominations for foreign films.
For foreign
films.
The goddamn foreign film of the year. So here are our nominations. First one, we got Deep Fear from France, Belgium. We got Hatching from Finland, Sweden. If you guys haven't seen that and you like body horror, there you go. We got The Passenger from Spain, which, if you remember before, we did have one of the directors over here. We have Pussy Cake from Argentina. We have The Sadness from Taiwan. And if you remember back, we talked to Rob Jabaz on that one. We have Satan Slaves Communion. Those would be the foreign films.
Excellent.
Nominees.
That's a killer.
That's a killer list. It's a great list.
Outside of America is really just nailing it in horror, and in America too.
There's a lot of bodily fluids in that foreign film category.
Yeah, there really is.
Yeah.
Really is. All right, next category. You want to announce it, Jonas?
Next one is comic books. The goddamn comic book of the year.
Yep, comic book of the year
with Ryan.
Our first entry will be the Monsters of Metal series by friend of the show, New Zealand amazing killer, maker of Death
Horror Master,
great all around human being, Jason Howden. Second is the comic book that came of the Clay Zombies, who comes from another friend of the show, Jake Jolly, and Derek Stewart made that comic book of the movie. Fantastic stuff. There's a Creep Show comic book out with various artists and various writers. Philadelphia by writer Rodney Barnes.
Fantastic name on that one.
Yep. Rain by Stephen King's son. I'm sure he hates to be introduced as that because he's his own right. But Joe Hill, he's been known for a lot of things.
He's already made his.
Yeah, he's already made it. He was. I think he wrote Horns. He's killing it. What I do like is that he writes in his father's universe, which is kind of cool. Like You talk here about Shawshank Redemption, and it all takes place. And he also wrote Lock and Key, which is a cool thing.
It's very good.
And then Skin Crawl from a friend of the show and super talented artist Skinner. One of my favorite people. Go back and listen to his episode. Next category.
We got short films.
Films.
Sorry.
Graham's excited because this is his category.
Goddamn short films.
All right.
So we have Escalation by Kristen Bacchini, who we had on the show. Excellent episode. You should check that out. Blink by Spencer Cohen. Aftertaste by Christiane Cruz. And Listen to Mother by Jamie Gingell.
Also good.
Let me tell you this about short films. If you guys don't fuck with short films, you should, because there's so many awesome short films out there. And that's how a lot of movies get their start. Like Smile. Yep. Smile came from a short film. Mm-hmm. There's just that was one of the most recent ones that came from a short film. But just if you haven't seeked those out, you should. And on that, our next category.
Male lead, Jonas.
So, male lead, we got Dakota Beavers from Prey, which is fantastic. If you haven't seen Prey, absolutely check it out. It's on Hulu. We got Daniel Kaluuya from Nope, the Jordan Peele sci-fi horror blockbuster, however you want to call that.
That dude can act in anything, and I'll be like, yeah, we should have him. That guy could be in every movie I watch.
It'd be fine. Yeah, it'd be great.
I would never be tired of that guy. Like he just is fantastic.
There's literally no time where I'm like disappointed that Daniel Kaluuya shows up in a movie. Exactly. Not one. Not a single time. We got Ryan Kwanten from Glorious, which also Glorious is a wicked fun movie.
Yep.
You got Joseph Winter from Deadstream, which honestly was one of the biggest surprises to me of the year. Deadstream was fucking awesome. And then we got good old fan favorite Bill Skarsgård from Barbarian.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. And coming up next for the next category, we have goddamn physical release of the year.
Goddamn physical releases. All right. We have the Clay Zombies comic book Blu-ray combo that came out by Jake Jolly and Derek Stewart. That shit was awesome. Army of Darkness 4K. There was a little talk that maybe it wouldn't really transfer to 4K that well, but turns out it did.
Here to tell you that it absolutely did. Yeah.
Art Krispies. From the Terrifier shop, the actual cereal that cost $45 or something, or I would have a box because I'm going to eat them. Like that's not something to save for me. So,
right. How many cheddar?
Actually, I don't think
how many cheddar goblin boxes? No.
Yeah, I have 12 fucking. No, I have probably 10
cheddar goblin boxes sitting in your fucking
two thing. Out of my case.
Right.
The All About Evil Blu-ray from Scream. Or from Severin, sorry.
That is also from a friend of the show, Peaches Christ.
Yeah, and how fucking cool. After it's been out for a while, but it came out finally this year.
Oh yeah, and after you're done with this category, Graham, I have a awesome little bomb to drop on us about Peaches.
Fantastic. The Halloween 4K collection by Shout Factory was pretty fucking stellar. Even with all those other movies. Besides 3. And one of my favorite things, toe tag socks from 1-800-Possessed. And Jonas and I went to that horror convention, got myself a pair of socks, and they're my favorite socks now. Easy. They're thick. They have toe tag on them. They're purple. Banging.
1-800-Possessed is awesome.
All right. What's this bombshell?
So I was talking to Peaches, and me and Peaches are tight now. Actually, no, I just emailed Peaches, and they were probably just like, "Fuck, why is he emailing me again?" No, I emailed Peaches, and so if any of you, part of the goddamn army, if any of you guys are going to be in San Francisco in January for San Francisco Sketchfest, there's going to be a roast of Bruce fucking Campbell.
What?
Whoa!
And on the dais to roast Bruce Campbell is Peaches fucking Christ.
What? Yes.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And I saw that and I was just like, oh shit. I might have to go to San Francisco in January. Because,
Kidding.
oh my God. Yeah, I looked it up and it's real. I was thinking maybe that Peaches might have been pulling my chain
Messing
a little
with
bit, maybe
you,
fucking
yeah.
with me. Nope, not at all. Tickets are on sale if you go to San Francisco sketchfest.com. The lineup is dope. I'm so happy that Peaches has been doing the cool shit that they've been doing. But yeah, the roast of Bruce Campbell. Dude, if there's any show
I didn't
that
even
I want,
think about it. You said
Yeah.
the roast, and I was like, this could be anything.
yeah, you're like, what is this going to be?
And
No,
you
dude,
said Bruce Campbell. I was like,
it's going to be fucking Ash, dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
amazing.
That's
amazing.
great. There's actually a lot of cool stuff going down with that San Francisco Sketch Fest. I know Johnny Taylor is doing something there. There's a lot of really good talented stuff there.
Goddamn right.
So go to it. Take
Sketch
some tickets.
Fest.
Go someplace. When was the last time you went to a Sketch Fest? I'm guessing never.
I went there once and I performed there, and that's it. That's the only time I went. Now I want to fucking go back as a fan.
Did you ever perform in a sketch, or did you as a sketch troupe, or did you?
Absolutely not. No, this was a stand-up show.
You just did stand up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, our next one coming from Ryan here is goddamn female of the year. Lead. Goddamn female lead.
I kind of feel like when we said goddamn foreign and we say goddamn female, I kind of feel like it's like a little. Like, I don't know, it just sounds weird. It sounds
but when they see it, I mean, that's true.
I just
they are the goddamn Danzig Awards. So
how about female?
We need branding, some kind of branding.
Female lead, goddamn it.
This is our goddamn branding, all right?
I just don't want to.
Don't cancel us.
I just don't want to be like swearing at any of these.
This is a good goddamn. It's not a bad goddamn. This is a good happy goddamn.
One of Alkaline Trio's best albums is called Goddamn. So
no, it's true.
It works.
It is. I also would like to say that we will happily have a non-binary category as that arrives.
Absolutely.
So, female lead. God damn it. First, we have Amber Midthunder from Prey. Such a great role, such a great movie. We have followed up by Chantel Hahn, who was on our show and is just really
the coolest.
One of the coolest from her movie Pepper Gas, which is fantastic. We have Kiki Palmer from Nope.
Kiki Palmer's another one of those ones like Daniel Kaluuya. Fucking put her in anything, and I'm on board.
Exactly. Yep. Lauren Lavera from Terrifier 2.
Goddamn right.
So freaking good. Mia Goth. I mean, from X and Goth, of course, or from X and Pearl. If your name is Mia Goth,
you better be in horror.
You better be rad.
Also,
she nails it. So
yeah, she's also going to be the lead in the upcoming Infinity Pool from Brandon Cronenberg.
Wow.
So
whoa,
talk about a marriage. Talk about a marriage made in hell. Like the fucking Brandon Cronenberg and Mia Goth, that's going to be amazing.
And then we have Zelda Adams from Hellbender, which is also a fantastic movie, and Toby Poser from Hellbender as well. Both her mom, both fantastic. Is it Poser? I don't. Both fantastic. Hellbender's such a good homemade and all the right things.
Super family DIY, really great.
So I was excited about those female leads.
And I want to say real quick, just about Lauren Lavera. Like before I had seen Terrifier 2, people were like, yo, she's an incredible final girl. I don't think about final girls really when I thought of Terrifier, because nobody made it really.
Right. Everybody got kind of fucked up in that movie.
So they were like, oh, there's a final girl now and she's one of the best ever. I was like, that seems shoehorned and like weird. And I was a little nervous about that. And she fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like fucking amazing. I loved it. I thought, and it didn't, like, everybody's hype about her didn't deaden it. Like she pulled it out.
Yeah, lived up to 100%.
Yeah.
Directorial debut.
Graham? That's me. That's me. Hold on.
It's on you, buddy.
Yeah, I lost my spot. There we go. All right. Yes. Zach Kreger with Barbarian. Really cool.
What a surprise!
He's a sketch guy, right?
Yeah. How does he?
The whitest kids you know. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Chloe Okuna for Watcher.
So good.
So good. And like such a well-directed, like not even just that it's like like, oh, this is a great movie and we love it. It's like that movie, like direction is at the crux of why it's good,
beautifully shot.
Yeah. Hannah Bergholm with Hatching, which again, I fucking loved Hatching.
Which is great.
Going back to the gross on that one.
Yeah. Rob Jabaz with The Sadness.
Fuck yeah.
More gross.
Super gross.
Lots of gross on that one.
Chantal Hahn and Stephen Garbus with Peppergrass, another favorite. Yeah, that fucking rules.
Fuck yeah.
And Vanessa and Joseph Winter with Deadstream.
Yeah, freaking Deadstream.
And all of these are incredible
category.
movies. Yeah. And they're like, these people, they're not just like, this is the first time we've done anything. Like, they had done some shorts. Some of them worked in television, but this is all their first directorial debut for
like
a feature film.
Yeah.
And wow, like, I'm excited to see what all these people are doing next. So
that says good things for horror moving forward.
So many good things. And our next one is Kill of the Year. God damn it!
No, best goddamn kill.
This one's the goddamn kill of the year. Okay, I see.
Goddamn kill. You see what I'm saying?
Goddamn is replacing best.
Listen,
it is. It's goddamn kill of the year.
Right, but I'm just saying, if you say goddamn foreign, it sounds terrible. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like,
see, this is why it's good that we don't have any right-wing listeners. And by the way, if we do, fuck off. But right. I don't like we don't, because right now we would get so many comments that would call us like beta cucks and fucking snowflakes and shit. Like, ugh.
Yeah,
goddamn kill of the year.
Yeah, this beta cock is you know,
he's about to lay down some kills.
He's lay down some kills. Best goddamn kill of the year. We have Dewey in his honor killing from Scream.
By the way, what a line to say when he gets taken out. It was an honor. And like, it just fucking fits so well. Whichever one of the writers was responsible for that specific line, you get a standing ovation from me just for that line alone.
Yeah.
We have
Justin. Honestly the only line I remember from the movie, if we're being honest.
That's fair.
We have Justin Long from Barbarian.
R.I.P. Gallagher.
R.I.P. That's funny. We have the Bus Massacre from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, it's like a dance off,
dude. That's
blood.
What's great about that is that it's a goddamn kill of the year, but it's so many kills all in one scene.
Right.
Absolute slaughter.
We have the Fire Extinguisher from The Sadness.
Yes.
Excellent kill. We have Pete Davidson's kill and Bodies. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it because it's a crucial part of the plot, and I don't want to spoil his kill. So we're not going to mention it if you haven't seen Bodies. But if you want a hell of a good time and something that's like low, if you want an A24 movie that's like low investment, or like most A24 movies are like right. Like most A24 movies are a huge investment of like emotional and time, and
this one you dip your toes in the A24 water. Like, it's
exactly. It's
the water's warm. It's good. This is what I'll say about Pete Davidson though. Like, it's okay that we spoil that he dies, because if he was the killer at the end, that would be the worst movie ever. Because it would just be like, fucking everybody saw that coming.
Exactly. He also says in the movie, "I want to look like I fuck." So
I feel like that's the vibe that I give off.
I feel like that's the vibe. So Pete Davidson's from Bodies, and we always a big fan of Davidson anyways. And then Salt in the Wound from Terrifier 2.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Like, he leaves and you think like maybe he's like had enough or something like that, but he just comes back so gleefully. So yeah, that is the best goddamn kills of the year.
And Ryan, you need to stick around because the next category is also yours, which is the goddamn franchise film of the year.
Yes, it is. Franchise films of the year.
Damn it.
Goddamn franchise films of the year, meaning that they are part of a larger franchise. Not that you can't figure that out on your own, but we just want to make sure. The very controversial Halloween Ends.
That one caused some fights.
It did. Even kind of on the show.
Really?
A little bit.
You weren't there when we interviewed Steve.
Oh no!
Barton. Yeah.
Steve Barton.
Yeah. There was a little bit of a pissing match going on.
I said it was like a Shakespearean tragedy, and they both looked at me like I was an idiot. So, anyways,
we literally just signed off and left. We were just like, that's not this.
Who is this guy? Scream. Is it Scream 5 or is it just?
It is Scream 5.
Scream 5.
This 5. One, the teaser trailer for Scream 6 just came out, and it officially has the Roman numerals back. So Scream 2022 is Scream 5.
Sure. Cool. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Amityville.
I loved it.
Amityville in space.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre also caused fights. And Amityville in space, by the way, Criterion Collection, here we go.
Yeah.
There are so many Amityville. One of these days. Well, if I didn't have to pay for them, I'd probably watch them all. But I've seen 75% of them, and I will tell you right now, Ryan, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't make it. It's so I couldn't make it, and I will swim in the shit of bad movies. This sounds like a challenge.
It
is. We have Hellraiser, the latest Hellraiser.
Fuck yeah,
and then we have Prey from the Predator series as our franchise films. Goddamn franchise films.
Real quick, if you've got time to watch all the Twilight movies,
there's a lot more
and all the Criterion movies, sure.
Yeah.
Then it's a challenge.
It is.
All right.
Like 200 Amityville movies.
Coming up next is goddamn album of the year. And that, of course, is
fuck yeah.
Go to Graham.
All right. This year was fucking awesome for music across the board. But some of our favorites were It's Time to Rise from the Grave by Undeath. We had on the show. Fucking rad. Voices of the Cronian Moon by Night. Also had on the show.
What a fucking badass title.
Yeah. Apartment 505. Not as looming and scary a title, but by the amazing Coast Contra. Ryan is a huge fan, as am I.
Yeah. I'm right there with you guys. I'm a fucking major fan.
It's super good. The whole album's
great. Honestly, like I was in their top 3% of listeners or whatever last year.
Yeah, he's friends with them and stuff now just because he loves them.
Well, and I posted about it, and they started hitting me up and being like, "Yo, what's up, man? Like, thanks for listening and all this sort of stuff." And and I've talked about it on the show before in a recommendation spot, but it's just like at that level and what they're doing out there right now, and I think it's like. I listen to a lot of hip hop and it's one of my favorite projects in the last 5 years. It's my favorite project since the Griselda stuff kicked off. And it's just and then to have them just hit me up like that and stuff like that, it just means a lot besides the fact that there's a reason that it was in the top 3. It's just because every time I got in the car, and I couldn't even think of it, I'm like, I might as well just throw that on because I can just keep listening to it and it still blows my mind. So
goddamn right.
Yep.
Death Western by Spirit World. We've had a lot of people on this.
Yeah. Death Western also just slid in there right at the end here because it just came out 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, or last month.
And it cooks from top to bottom.
Yeah.
It's unreal how solid it is all the way through. Super
pretty
good.
Much everybody I've told people do you remember old school Slayer thrash and old school Metallica Kill 'Em All thrash? And they're like, yeah. It's mix that with hardcore and listen to this fucking album. And they listen to it and they come back, they're like, that's so fucking good. It's such a good album.
One of my favorites of this year, Seething Malevolence by Vomit Forth. I saw them open up for Sanguisugabog on a few years ago, a year or so ago, and they were really good. And their new album blew me the fuck away. I think it's the heaviest thing that came out this year. Easy.
I want somebody who's never listened to extreme music to look at a show poster and see Sanguisugabog and Vomit Forth and just be like, what the fuck? What is this? What is this? What are you guys doing in there?
on Death.
Yeah.
Midnights by Taylor Swift. Okay. Fucking banger.
If you have a problem with that, fuck it. Like, get out of here. Like,
Yeah.
it's a badass album.
And I got nothing to prove. I have stick and poke black and flag tattoos. Like I don't need. I'd have nothing to prove to any. I will happily throw on Anti-Hero and be like, yeah, this is a banging jam. She could write a hell of a song.
Dude, I sang from the rooftops how good the fucking last Miley Cyrus album was. I don't give a fuck. It was great.
No, I've been a Swiftie since Red, man. Big fan. And Survival of the Sickest by Bloodbath. Another fucking just great death metal album.
Yeah.
They had a really cool album release, actually, just not far from where I'm at. They had it over at Duff's in Brooklyn.
That's right.
Yeah.
We were going to try to go to that.
Also, Graham, you should, I know. Fucking, yeah. You should stick around, though, because the next category is yours.
Damn television of the year. This is my jam. Servant by that's the M. Night Shyamalan, right? Ryan.
Yeah,
that was Ryan.
It's M. Night Shyamalan. I think he produces it or something like that. But it's just a cool. It's great. Cool,
I started it when you talked about it, and it's super, super good.
I've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies or read or anything like that. But the guy who plays in Harry Potter, what's his name?
Rupert Grint.
Yeah, he's in it and he is amazing. And it's also like the sister from 6 Feet Under. I'm being terrible.
Lauren Ambrose.
Yeah, Lauren Ambrose, and they're both in it. And it is they play brother and sister, which actually like really works. And and it's actually like just a really fascinating kind of cool you never really know what's going on, but one way the baby dies and then it's a doll and then the doll becomes the baby, and like it's great horror.
Wild.
It's great. Love it.
I actually, it's funny. I had PTSD for a while for anybody named Rupert because I had a girlfriend that cheated on me with a guy named Rupert, and I had to go to therapy for it. So I didn't know if I was going to be able to watch any of those. I was just like, it's like, you guys understand that she fucked a guy named Rupert behind my back? Like,
and now Harry Potter is your favorite movie series.
No, fucking dude, I'm all about Rupert's now. Rupert Everett, fucking love him too. Like,
yeah. All right, The Midnight Club, Mike Flanagan's newest joint. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, it got kind of tanked by critics or so. I don't know. People were complaining. I thought it was fucking dope.
I finally finished it, and I think it was really great. It's too bad that Netflix isn't picking it back up. I know that they're mad at him or whatever because he like signed a deal with somebody with Amazon or something like that. But
he's gonna be so hurt by this.
Yeah, but he did. But he did. I don't know if you saw, but he did tell everybody what was going to happen in the second season. So it's so good for him. Thank you.
Love Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, fucking Mike Flanagan. If you ever listen to this, we love you. You're a treasure. Come on the show, please. All right?
Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah. Wednesday, a huge hit for Netflix.
Jenna Ortega.
I'm assuming they're probably going to get another season. Mm-hmm. I really loved it. It's fairly divisive.
I loved it. I think it's absolutely great. I have my complaints, but
right.
But because that's like
you're a numbers guy and a complain guy.
I'm actually not a complain
I'm kidding.
guy.
I know.
No. You're definitely not.
But I feel like when you take something out of it, like it's hard to not compare it to. I think if I put it standalone, I think it's absolutely fantastic. If I compare it to like other Addams Family stuff, like that's where I start to get like a little weird. Like I think they could have done some better job. Like I actually wish they had dropped her off at the beginning and they never showed up for the rest of the
family. And then, you wanted more of a just Wednesday being Wednesday.
Yeah, and then I had a small tiny complaint about the end. But I'm not gonna.
Fair.
For anybody that hasn't seen it, we'll leave that one alone.
The Boulet Brothers Dragula Titans. It's all-star.
Such a good show.
Yeah, it's my most looked forward to show of the week every week now. Abora is gone, but Abora is just this fractured genius. So sad. But anyway, that show's amazing. It's drag and horror, and they do amazing floor shows. And it's just so much fun. Stranger Things.
It was
a killer season.
Yeah, it's an old faithful.
It's a Stranger Things rules. I don't. Anybody who's complaining about it or whatever can get fucked. Like it is. Like I mean, it's like it is.
Always been fun.
It's fun. It's like exactly what we need. Like it's an homage. Like, and this season came back. Like third season was like probably their softest season, but the fourth season came back with a bang, and it went straight horror, like with the fucking with the Nightmare on Elm Street vibe, and like it was fully.
And the David Harbour breaking out of the fucking prison and stuff was super rad too.
Dude, David Harbour,
he's the best.
As an aside, if y'all haven't watched Violent Night, go see it immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Home Alone, except R-rated, and instead of Kevin McAllister, it's Santa. So like, come on, it's fun.
Right.
Ghosts. The US version that's out now, super fun. I love that shit. It's a sitcom. It's easy to get down. It's great. Not scary at all.
Right.
And Chucky, they're still killing it with that TV show. I am so happy.
Chucky fucking rules.
You know, I went from like always enjoying the Child's Play movies to this year being like, I ended up watching them all and really got into the new ones again and really like it. And I'm like, you know what, like. This is arguably like one of my favorite franchises of all time.
It's great.
I kind of didn't give it that credit for a long time. Like it kind of just lived on like a different era. But now I'm like, no, man, this is like right here with the Jason and Freddy with me now at this point. You know what I mean?
It's really, yeah,
it's all very good and it's all like really done well. And it's like a lot of great kills. And Chucky is like, it's like at first it was like sort of novelty that it was a doll, but no, Chucky's like messed up and like it's really
and Brad Dourif continuing to play him throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
and now his daughter in the fold, like it's so good.
And you know, I'm a huge One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest movie fan. Like, and he's in that when he's like 17 or something like that. So he's one of the main characters. And like, and you know, he's been in so much good stuff. So he's so legit. And then he's just like, nope, I'm Chucky. This is just it.
Fuck yeah,
cool. So
next one's Ryan.
Oh yeah. This is the best goddamn sci-fi movies of 2022. We have Crimes of the Future. Great film.
Cronenberg.
I loved it.
Yep.
It was great. It was very slimy. It was very shiny.
Yep. We have the aforementioned Deadstream, also fantastic. We have Glorious. The newest
Glorious, by the way, if you haven't seen Glorious, you're sleeping on a real fucking fun movie.
Yeah, you really are. We have the new Hellraiser. We have We're Getting Morbid. We're going Morbid style or whatever.
It's Morbid time.
Morbid time. We're going full on Draculas. We're getting.
It is plural Draculas. It's Draculae. Is it Draculae? I don't know.
I don't know. But we're doing Morbius, the much maligned. Everybody loved to hate Morbius. So when I watched it, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be terrible." And I watched it. I'm like, "What is the matter with this movie? This movie is fine." Yeah, this movie, like it's like I mean,
turn your fucking brain on and have fun.
Everybody's like, I hate Marvel movies, and then when like they do like a movie like this, and people are like, "Well, what about this? What about that?" You're like, dude, like it's like Jared Leto as like a superhero fucking monster. I don't know, like okay,
yeah,
he's an anti-hero murder vampire. Like the fucking that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's I mean, it's not as cool as being in Jared Leto's Cult. But it's
him and his 30 Seconds to Mars Island.
Yeah,
like fucking weirdo.
Like how many pairs of linen pants do you think they got on that island?
I don't even think it's sand anymore. I think it's all linen pant shavings.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's made. The island is made of
linen pants.
Linen pants. But I say that, but I've thought about starting a cult before, so fuck it.
I would go to a Cult of Danley. I would do that. Like I would at least go to the first meeting just to give it a shot.
It's going to be a lot about like self appreciation and all that shit. But there's also going to be like hot tubs and eating. So like that's a big part of it. Is like
cool with that.
Yeah, it's cool with that. And so it's like
it all depends on the music you play.
That's true. Yeah.
If I'm sticking around,
the wrong music in a hot tub can cause problems.
Well, anyways,
just a cult in general.
Indeed.
Like, the general cult music style
You know, by the
Has
time we
to
get to
vibe.
by the time we get to the music, Graham, you're going to be so convinced about the wonders of this world and the
Oh, if there's no music, I'm walking right back out.
but you don't
Gotta have
like,
cult music.
don't ever say never say never. You know what I mean?
I would laugh if you just walked on and it's actually the cult that's playing. It's just like, oh fuck, all right, well,
Yeah.
at least you're on
I
brand.
like the cult.
Yeah.
I never could get into the cult. Like I just like I've listened to them like 1,000 times in my life, and I
Just not your
like
thing.
I just
Sonic
it's
Temple's a good record.
Yeah.
it's a record, yes, of its time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Morbid time for sci-fi movies. The rest of them are Nope, by one of my favorites, Jordan Peele. We got Prey, part of the Predator series. We got Pussy Cake, and then
So good.
And then to top it all off, we got Significant Other. So
Fuck yeah.
So good.
goddamn sci-fi movies. Hey Jonas, you want to give us the best goddamn villain?
Goddamn villain of the year?
Yeah.
Goddamn right I do.
Yeah.
First one we got on there. Gotta love him. Art the Clown, Terrifier 2.
Art.
The Cinderella story of 2022.
Yeah, seriously, kind of the biggest horror story
Yeah.
of the year.
The next one goes by two names: the businessman and also the eye socket fucker from the sadness.
Yeah, I wrote these all down and didn't have time to look up names or anything.
Right.
No, you know, I'm going to be honest. When I looked at it and I saw eye socket fucker, I knew exactly who you were talking about first.
Oh,
And then
sure.
Also,
Well,
but also,
I hope.
yeah,
I
yeah.
really hope that you don't
Either
have
that
a
or the
bunch of
sadness.
different ones to draw from.
Right. If the sadness has multiple eye socket fuckers, it's just like, all right, dude, like you just calm down.
Well,
But-
no, if you're running into more of those in your life outside of that.
Yeah. No, he is known as the businessman.
Okay.
But he also does happen to fuck an eye socket. So,
Mhm.
we have Lady Meat Plug.
Well, so yeah, it's like a plug for Lady Meat.
No, I don't. No, I get it. Lady Meat Plug from Fresh. If you've seen Fresh, you know what we're talking about. So,
That's Sebastian Stan, and he does.
So good.
He fucking kills it. Like it's so
Yeah.
good.
we got Patrick and Karen from Speak No Evil.
Yeah, they can go to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie that almost ended the podcast.
Yeah. We got ACAB from Hellraiser.
Yep.
And
All
again,
Cinnabites are beautiful.
yeah. I was gonna wait for you to throw that one out there, Graham. And then we have Pearl from both X and Pearl. So,
Yep.
oh shit! You know what? It looks like I'm still sticking around because
because you were gonna do the best goddamn directors of 2020.
best goddamn director of the year.
Yep.
First, we got Ty West for both X and Pearl.
Oh, one of my favorites of all time.
Also, what a feat, directing
for
both
sure.
of those movies back to back,
Yep.
doing one of
Yeah.
them kind of in secret. Like that was
Yep.
cool. We got Damien Leone from Terrifier 2. And by the way, another little cool Cinderella story moment for Damien. He got picked up by WME, William Morris Endeavor. So
Wow.
he went from
Amazing.
making a $250,000 splatter flick to getting picked up by literally one of the biggest agencies in the entire world. So
Wow.
yeah, that's
Well,
fucking.
and this was on the heels of having zero agents.
Yeah,
He was actually he's done it all himself up until now. So
100%.
There does come a point where you're probably like, God damn, I need an agent. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's like-
and that's what's so cool about it is that like that was one of those things where it's just like if you fucking believe in it enough, as far as your product goes, it can go real far. So
if you can,
yeah, man.
if you can cut a naked chicken in half with a fucking hacksaw,
if that's what starts it, like like if that's what starts your journey,
Yep.
going all the way over to the salt in the wound.
Yep.
Callback. So next one we got Rob Jabaz from The Sadness.
Yep.
We keep talking about that one. Such a fucking crazy good movie.
Yeah.
He just really went for the gore.
Yeah.
Really
That like
yeah.
really delivered.
Yeah. We got Chloe Okuno from Watcher. We talked about her before. Watcher's an incredible movie. Jacob Aaron Estes from He's Watching.
Mhm.
We also had him on the show. He's fantastic. Such a cool movie. And then we have the directors of Scream.
Yeah, whom we didn't write down.
No, I always forget their names. They're the same guys that directed Ready or Not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael.
I always fuck up on their names.
Yo, when there's two names to remember, I never remember either one.
Also, you have to remember that Graham is a fan of marijuana. So, like,
you don't have to remember.
No, I'm just giving you something to blame the memory loss on. Like, just he happened to be vaping that day, so like
it was last night.
That's all right.
It was directed by Matt Bennett. I should know this because I've been.
This is why I always forget it because I fuck up on the last name. All the time.
because he was in Link 80, so I should know.
Right.
It. Matt Bettinelli, Open, and Tyler Gillette.
Yes. Both fantastic. And also the Scream 6 teaser just came out and it's in New York City. And it actually, I kind of thought that was going to like be a fucking weird thing. And the teaser rules. It's just very quick and it looks like it's going to be fun just based off the teaser. So same director.
I like New York City horror a lot.
Yeah. Also, Samara Weaving is in the new one.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, which fucking rules. Jesus Christ, I'm sticking around because I got the last one here.
Yeah, you're just taking it out because like I'm just here drinking water.
I know. It's I get the goddamn horror movie of the year.
Yes.
All right. We've talked about a lot of these. First one, X.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic movie. Mm-hmm. Absolutely fantastic. Equally as fantastic, the follow-up to X, Pearl.
I don't know which one I like more, honestly.
That's always a tough one because they're both amazing.
And what I like about them too is they're actually two different vibes too. So
very different.
Fully different. Yeah.
Yeah, they legitimately pulled off two different movies.
I like Pearl better.
But I understand that.
Yeah.
I can't even fault you for that because I go back and forth. I love them both so much.
Like X is such a classic, like just like slasher flick, and it's cool, and it's got like a nice little like twist to it. Who's the bad person? Blah 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 blah. But Pearl to me is it's super inventive and it's super like it's bright. It's all in the light and it's
Technicolor shit.
The Technicolor shit, and like the whole like the story's a little deeper, and her acting is fucking off the chart, and like,
that monologue was one of the best things I've seen all year.
Exactly. All about
it. The next one is the Cinderella story of 2022, Terrifier 2.
Terrifier 2.
Can't say enough good stuff about how cool that whole process has been.
2.5 hours of carnage.
And it doesn't even feel like it. That's one of the weirdest things.
And also just everything that has happened from that movie's release and premiere up until now is just insane. Like it literally is horror history, indie horror. Like as far as indie horror filmmaking, it's indie horror history. Next one, Barbarian. Again, a surprise that ended up being amazing. So we got Barbarian, we got Smile, which also divisive from some people, and that's fine. Whatever, I get it. But Smile is great, and it was it's one also that I think a lot of people, when they saw the previews for it, they expected it to be just some like run of the mill, like one of the lesser Blumhouse movies, and it turned out to be a lot more popular and a lot more well loved than that. So it was very good. We also
it's a deep cut too. Like there's a lot going on there, like what it's talking about and stuff like that. So it's got a little bit of gravity to it because it's got like meaning and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not just a weird Glasgow Smile movie.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, a Glasgow Smile is one of the most fucked up things that you can do to a person. So, like, just that alone.
There's that one actor. There's that one actor who has.
Yeah, and whose name I never remember, but always every time I see him, I'm like, that fucking
Sons of Anarchy.
Every time. I'm like, that dude.
I've heard him talk about it.
Yeah, that guy is furiously Irish. Like he's got such an Irish accent. Hellbender, absolutely fucking rules.
Go watch it now. If you haven't
such a feat of movie making. I think what that family's doing.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Hellbender, watch it as soon as you possibly can. Another big surprise of the year, Deadstream. One that that one kind of just came out and everybody's kind of like, all right, and then you watch it and it's like, holy shit, turns out to be a fucking amazing movie. So Yeah, Deadstream was fantastic. And then rounding out that category, one that we've talked about so far with multiple different categories here, The Sadness.
Yep.
The brutal, vicious, absolutely splatterific, The Sadness. Like, that's just it's kind of funny. This is, I'm going to say rest in peace to one of my friend Steve Ryan. He passed away here recently, and one of the last conversations that we had was me telling him to watch those two movies. And it was because he wanted two movies that were going to fuck his friends up. He was just like, I want to watch this with my friends so that at the end of it, they're like, you son of a bitch. Like, they're just like, you put me through that, and it was amazing. And it's gonna fuck with us all. And sure enough, that's what it is. After I've talked to his friends, they were just like, yo, Terrifier 2 and The Sadness, how dare you? Like, but also I want to watch that immediately again. Like,
right.
Both fantastic movies. But yeah, The Sadness is one of those ones that's it got a lot of hype before it came out from like horror websites and stuff, and it felt like one of those ones that was going to be overhyped. And then I saw it, and it was just like, oh, you couldn't have hyped that up enough. Like, that was fucking
yeah, it
incredible.
might have been underhyped, at least in how extreme it was.
Yeah, wild. It was absolutely wildly extreme. So yeah, that's the round out of the goddamn horror movie of the year, and these are the nominees, everybody.
I'm clapping.
So do we have any complaints? Did anything get snubbed?
Well,
we're gonna have to open it up to the people on that one. Yeah. The goddamn army's gonna have to tell us if anything got snubbed.
I think Chompy and the girls got snubbed.
But that just came in at the last minute.
That was like you would fucking. You can't.
I know. Fine, not snubbed. It's the timing was bad.
It got watched too late. We'll say that.
And by nobody else has watched it.
You're the only person I've heard seen post about it, and I'm like, all right, well, I mean,
here, like I've never even heard of it except for you talking about it a lot, and like for like 3 days. But like
that means it's great though.
But how about this? We'll
no. I'm not serious about like adding.
We can put it on next year's. Okay.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
well, it'll sweep every category.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's probably good that it came out in this weird spot because it would just destroy every other horror film next year. So it's probably good that we just. Well, it's maybe the greatest film I've ever seen. I don't know. You guys be the judge.
All right. Well, tune in. We're within the next week. We will have the actual awards episode. So I'm looking forward.
We have some cool little surprises on that one. I'm not going to tell you what those are, but you're going to want to tune the fuck in.
To the fuck in. This is our most ambitious would be the word that I would pursuit we've probably endured. Like, this is taking work. We've got to like pay artists and shit like that, and you know what I mean. And, like,
yeah, dude, we fucking this. What about this is our most. Well, yeah, I mean, okay, listen, we had a flood that caused problems with that. All right, that was literally the heavens just going. You know what? We're gonna fucking we're gonna throw a wrench into your shit. As far as an ambitious episode, though, you have to remember how many movies did we review at one time. And this is the most ambitious.
No, we're an ambitious group. We're an ambitious group, and this is. I as soon as Ryan came up with the idea, my eyes lit up. I was like, "This is perfect. This is amazing."
It's actually so ambitious that my neighborhood is on fire right now. If you guys just heard that,
they're partying. We just announced it recently, and now,
somebody broke some glass and started some fires.
Yep,
my fucking neighborhood is just like.
All right, so no, we're not doing any other shit. I'm not talking about anything else. No recommendations. No anything.
No, we recommended enough.
On the last couple just tune in, and hope you're enjoying your day. And take care of yourself. And we'll see you soon with the Danzigs. Thank you all.